Hi, I'm Amy from Select Travel Holidays, home of Cruise Select. I hope you're enjoying our virtual cruise festival, and at the moment we're looking at luxury cruising. At Cruise Select, we are lucky to work closely with a number of luxury cruise lines which truly offer amazing cruising experiences, even taking you to all 7 continents. You would already have met some of them on some of the other luxury cruise presentations, but you don't have to go too far away from home to indulge in truly all-inclusive luxury with Hebridean Island Cruises, who specialise predominantly in the Highlands and Islands of Scotland. You can also find out about their river cruises in our European river cruise presentation, but for now Hannah is going to introduce you to the incomparable Hebridean Princess, which I must admit, and this is, no disrespect to any of the other cruise lines or cruise ships present at our virtual cruise festival or on the 7 Seas, but I must admit Hebridean Princess is my all-time favourite ship because she is truly unique, and she's in a league of her own, I like to say. Hebridean proves that you don't need all the bells and whistles of a modern ship, but it's about the attention to detail, the impeccable service, the anticipating guests' needs, and delivering on a convivial country house atmosphere. So Hannah will also introduce us to the MV Lord of the Glens, which Hebridean recently bought just a few months ago, and it's something that I'm very excited to hear more about, so let's take a look.
Hello, welcome to the presentation today. My name is Hannah and I am the Business Development Manager for Hebridean Island Cruises. I'm going to talk to you today about luxury cruising, focusing on our ships, the Hebridean Princess, and I'm going to just briefly tell you a little bit about a new product that we are now operating called Lord of the Glens. Okay, so here is our vessel, the Hebridean Princess, sailing in her home cruising ground, the beautiful, peaceful Highlands and Islands of Scotland. So she hasn't always looked as she does today. She started life as a car ferry, and as you can see, she looked quite different. And then she was converted into what you see today, which is the most luxurious Scottish country house hotel on water. So, as I've said, our main cruising ground is the Highlands and Islands of Scotland. It's where we cruise at the beginning and the end of season. We start sailing in March and we sail right through to November. So at the beginning of season, we are in our home cruising ground, and at the end. And then sometimes in the summer months, we do go further afield. So next year we are going to Norway, Northern Ireland, the Isle of Man, in 21. In 22, which is also on sale at the moment, in that summer months, we are travelling south and going to, as you can see, we have been before, and cruising the River Thames, and also going over to France as well. As we're such a small vessel, we can get into those tiny places where the larger ships can't go, the tiny little ports, the little inlays, and these really picturesque, beautiful, untouched places, and that's what makes us so unique. It really is a beautiful, beautiful part of the world. And we do some themed cruises. So we have a Footloose walking cruises. We also do golf cruises where we visit some fantastic golf courses. We have food and drink cruises where we visit some of the Michelin star restaurants in these beautiful areas. Whiskey cruises, of course, being up in Scotland. We have cruises which we look at castles and gardens and history and heritage, and lots of other themed cruises that you can do. But obviously the normal cruise element runs alongside all these cruises as well. And it's just about being in these unique, beautiful places. Okay, we are a genuinely fully inclusive product. And that actually does mean absolutely everything. We include all your food and all your drink on board the ship, but also ashore. So, when we stop off at a cafe or take you ashore at any time. We include all the food and drink on your tours as well. We include all your tours, so you have visits in the morning, visits in the afternoon that are always included. Gratuities. We have a strict no-tipping policy on board the ship, and we also include all your guest lecturers and absolutely everything. So unless you want to buy a souvenir, there really is nothing else to spend. We also include your transfers to and from the ship, from Glasgow Airport and Glasgow Railway Station. We have a charter coach that picks up and takes you to the ship, and vice versa. And also, or if you prefer to drive, we have valet parking also included at the port. So genuinely an all-inclusive policy. There is no hidden extras with Hebridean Island Cruises. This slide says a ship fit for a queen. Well, as some of you may know, or some of you may not know, the Queen has chartered, and the royal family have chartered our ship twice. But really, this is to tell you a bit about our levels of service and our attention to detail that we pride ourselves on. We do service, high levels of service is something that we find that we see is very important. We like every guest to feel that they've been treated as a VIP. And we have around 38 crew on board our ship with only 50 guests. That's an almost 1-to-1 ratio. And really that does show in that high level of service, attention to detail. These things are paramount to us. We like it to think it's a discreet service, that every wish is catered for. The ship, the crew are one of our best assets for sure, and it's what gets people coming back time and time again. We have a 70% repeat guest ratio, and I think that says a lot about us and our levels of service. We do. It is a type of product where if it was your routine to go and have a cup of coffee on the deck at a particular time, by the second day someone would be there waiting with that cup of coffee exactly how you like it, ready to serve it to you. It really is something that's very important to us, is that service, and that's something that we don't take for granted. Okay, a little bit about the cabins. Obviously, our cabins don't really look like a standard cabin on any other cruise ship. They are luxurious. They're all individually named and individually decorated with tartan and different styles. They're all very unique. We have 30 on board in total, 10 of which are dedicated to the single traveller. It is a market that we really look after. We have no single supplements on those cabins, so that's something that does put us apart really as well. And those single guests are treated and looked after very well, and sat on large hosted tables in the evening for dinner with one of the captain or one of the officers. So the cabins, here they are. As you can see, we have 4 balcony cabins. We have a suite with a little private sitting room, and then we have cabins with large full-size baths, and then we have cabins with showers. We have twin configuration or double. It really is something that you can, whatever facilities you need, we can find a cabin to match that. As a guest, you get a pre-cruise questionnaire prior to travel, where you can say exactly what you require, and we'll make sure that we sort that out for you. Even down to the, what do you want in your decanter? Would you want whiskey, or do you want something else? Do you want duvet, or do you want blankets? Really we are about those little tiny things that make that cruising experience what you require, and we'll make sure that it's perfect for you. Okay, the Tyree Lounge, which is the main social hub of the ship. As you can see, an inkle nut fireplace, which is an unusual feature on a cruise ship, but it's something that people do remember. Very unique. There's enough comfortable seating in there for everybody to sit down, so there's 50 seats in there. We have this is the place where you'll meet for pre-dinner drinks and canapes before you go to the restaurant, and where you'd gather again afterwards for your the guides talk about the next day's activities, or talk from one of the guest speakers on board, or just to chat and mingle with friends that you've met. It is the main social hub of the ship. And the library, again, we have internet access in the library, along with a full stock travel books. You might meet in the library and have a game of bridge or a game of chess. We have those things available there, and it's just a nice area for people to sit and gather. We have a few little places on the ship which is where you can kind of find a quiet corner with a book and have a look out the window. Here, the Lookout Lounge, where you get a well-stocked fruit basket that you can help yourself to at any time of the day, and a coffee machine, all available for you just to use as and when you require them. Okay, the Colombo Restaurant, the only restaurant on board the ship. However, we do sometimes, even in Scotland, you might not believe it, but we have barbecues on deck on a nice day. Or the chefs may go ashore and do a picnic on a beach, or something a little bit unusual like that. But this is our main restaurant. This is where we serve the meals most of the time. So there's breakfast, lunch and dinner, single sittings, and you can choose to sit on a table for two or on a larger hosted table depending on your preference. We have 2 Gala Nights on a typical 7-night cruise, which are a little bit more of a formal affair, where people tend to wear black tie or a kilt. And we have the Address to the Haggis, which is a bit of theatre to add to the evening. It's something that we're very well known for, and it's something that guests enjoy listening to and coming back to. Really does add that theatre to the Gala Nights. And obviously a bit of haggis and a wee dram of whiskey just to set you off for the evening. And obviously, as I said before about the included, we have wines, a full wine list at dinner, where we've chosen the wines that reflect the meal, and to complement the meal, which is something that is really important. All our products as well for the dinner are sourced locally, so we try and use as many local products as we possibly can, which again is important. Okay, I'm going to show you a short film now, which just brings together everything I've said and lets you in a little bit on a typical day on board Hebridean Princess, and I hope it kind of answers some more of your questions.
Calling life's explorers, adventurers, fun lovers and nature lovers, as we invite you to join us on a journey of discovery aboard the Hebridean Princess. We have spent many years and endless voyages perfecting our craft, creating our unmistakable country house atmosphere, unmatched attention to detail, and unfaltering level of customer care. But it's only when we hear those guests refer to the Hebridean Princess as like home but better that we feel our job is done. Scotland isn't just one thing, but a myriad of many. And as you embark on your voyage, life on the water brings an immediate sense of peace and the opportunity to marvel at unrivaled views of our stunning coastline, to catch rare glimpses of wildlife, or to simply lose yourself in the moment. And that is exactly why we have created a season-long portfolio of magical, exciting, engaging and thought-provoking cruises, showcasing Scotland's highlands and islands and catering, we believe, for every taste. And although 2 voyages may never be the same, you can always be assured of quality and comfort. Elegantly appointed cabins provide a luxurious retreat for both couples and single guests. Our 20 double cabins, including 1 suite and 4 with private balcony, offer generous living spaces with all the finishing touches. Sole travellers will be pleasantly surprised to find that our 10 dedicated single cabins come supplement-free, with every guest enjoying the very same level of service, irrespective of the cabin you select. From the very start of your cruise, we invite you to make yourself at home. Our cosy Tyree Lounge, with comfy sofas and brick Inglenook-style fireplace, lookout lounge, conservatory and wood-panelled library, offer tempting areas for time out. However, panoramic windows ensure when it comes to scenery, there's no such thing as missing out. Tours on board give a whole new meaning to the term all-inclusive, as our captain invites you to see life as we do, from the ship's bridge, We welcome you to compare notes and perhaps steal a few secret tips as you join our resident chefs in the galley, and to step into our very heart with a guided tour of our engine room by our chief engineer. Selected cruises include onboard guest speakers, chosen as an authority in their field and for their ability to bring enthusiasm and flair to every trip. But our all-inclusive cruises are not limited to life in the open water. We also embrace the pool of dry land, with daily excursions by tender or speedboat, accompanied by experienced guides, offering exclusive access to the pick of Scotland's stately homes and historic castles, country paths and gardens. Themed itineraries, picnics, fishing trips and more ensure we always have plenty of fun and unique ideas to occupy your time. And as the day slips away and we weigh anchor for the night, Hebridean Princess takes on a whole new persona. As the doors to the Colombo Restaurant open, invigorating walks, speedboat trips, whiskey tours and bicycle rides give way to a touch of decadence and fine dining, as we entice you with our chef's latest culinary delights, showcasing the very best of locally sourced produce, carefully paired with our chosen wines of the day. And twice-weekly gala dinners offer a full gourmet experience, complete with champagne reception. Captain and officers play perfect hosts, bringing single passengers, couples and groups together in convivial conversation. This extends to our after-dinner talks, providing fascinating insight into our voyages, including a flavour of the next day's itinerary. As Britain's only independent luxury cruise line, we take pride in our belief that it's sometimes the very smallest touches that make the world of difference. Our aim is to help you celebrate family, make memories, forge new friendships, and to perhaps discover a side to you that you never even imagined was there. And as your voyage comes to an end, the only question you might be left with is, when can we do this again? Hebridean Princess, we look forward to welcoming you on board.
Okay, I'm now going to tell you a little bit about one of our other products, which is Lord of the Glens. So here she is, the MV Lord of the Glens. Again, a small ship, taking only 54 guests in 27 cabins. All the cabins are outside cabins, so you've got the full advantage of being able to see the scenery go by. She's a similar kind of country house feel on board, that traditional feel, with mahogany woods used throughout. She operates just 2 cruises in the spring and autumn. So 1 5-night cruise and 1 7-night cruise, which run throughout the spring and autumn. So this is the 5-night cruise, Inverness to Oban. Starts in Inverness and goes on along the Caledonian Cloud to Loch Ness and then to Fort Augustus, and then comes back, visits Tobermory, Craignure, and then comes back into Oban. You can see there on the map the route that she does. And then the other cruise is the Heart of the Highlands, Inverness to Kyle of Lochalsh, a 7-night cruise, again starting in Inverness and again going up the Caledonian Cloud to Fort Augustus, transit the Neptune Staircase, and then to sail Loch Lynn and Craignure, again Tobermory, Egg, Inverary, and disembarks in the Kyle of Lochalsh. And as I say, these 2 itineraries do run concurrently in the spring and the autumn. So I'm going to show again a little video now, which just kind of shows you inside the ship, a little bit more about the, give you a bit more idea, a bit of a flavour for her, for what she's like.
joining our presentation on Hebridean Island Cruises. I hope you found it interesting. I must admit I got a little emotional seeing the video of the Hebridean Princess because, as I say, she is such a lovely, lovely ship, and I could recognise the crew, and I once wrote that I would give my my right hand or firstborn child or anything to get back on board. But it's actually it's really hard to find the words to really give Hebridean justice, and I think it's something that really needs to be experienced. So if you are interested in finding out more or would want to cruise with Hebridean, call us on 01234 326 758 or email us on sales@cruiseselect.co.uk. We have worked closely with Hebridean for years, and we've even won their award for top agent on several occasions, so you'll be in good hands with us. Or you can watch our luxury cruise panel where Hannah joins me and experts from other luxury cruise lines for a discussion on luxury cruising, which I will hope you'll also enjoy.